Hello and a very warm welcome to the Easy English podcast. I'm your host, Daniel, and I am so glad you decided to join me today. This is the place where we build your English confidence, one clear, slow step at a time. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt a little nervous, a little unsure, when you have to use a verb in the past tense? You see the letters ed at the end, but you hesitate. How do you actually say it? Is it supposed to sound like a T? A D? Or maybe a whole new syllable? If you have ever felt this confusion, I want you to know, you are not alone. This is one of the most common challenges for English learners all over the world. But I also have fantastic news for you. The confusion ends today. In this very video, we are going to solve this puzzle together. We are going to unlock the simple, clear, and powerful rule that governs how we pronounce every single ed ending in English. Imagine how you will feel after this lesson. You will see a word like walked, loved, or wanted, and you will know instantly, with absolute confidence, exactly how to pronounce it. No more guessing. No more fear. Just clear, confident English. This isn't just a small tip. This is a fundamental skill that will dramatically improve how natural you sound when you speak. So, if you are ready to leave that uncertainty behind and finally master this, you are in the right place. Get comfortable, and let's dive into this essential lesson together. I promise you, by the end, it will all make perfect sense. Think of this as learning a secret code. Once you know it, you will hear English differently, and you will speak it with a new sense of power and clarity. This is the key to moving from an intermediate learner to an advanced and confident speaker. Are you ready to learn this secret code? Wonderful! Let's begin our journey by first understanding the heart of the problem. So, let's start by clearly defining the problem, because understanding the why makes the how much easier to remember. The core issue is that those two little letters, ed, can create three completely different sounds in spoken English. Let's meet them. I want you to listen very carefully to the difference. The first sound is a clear, sharp t. You can hear it in a word like kissed. They kissed. Did you hear that crisp ending? It's not kissed, it's kissed. The ed makes a clear t sound. Now, let's listen to the second sound, which is a softer, vibrating t. Think of the word closed. She closed the book. The ending is smooth, it blends in. Closed. You can feel the sound continuing in your throat. The ed here makes a clear t sound. Now, for the third sound, which is the one that adds an extra syllable. Id. This is for words like paint. In the past, it becomes painted. I painted a picture. It's distinctly two syllables, paint. ID. So, to recap, we have the t sound, the t sound, and the id sound. All from the same spelling. Now, if this felt random, it would be a nightmare to learn. But I promise you, it is perfectly logical. The secret, the key that unlocks all of this, lies in a very simple concept that exists in every language: the difference between voiced and voiceless sounds. This might sound like a technical linguistic term, but it's actually a physical feeling that you can easily learn to recognize. It all comes down to vibration in your throat. Let's do a quick, simple test together right now. This is the most important part of the entire lesson, so please, follow along with me. Put the fingertips of one hand gently on your throat, right on your voice box. Now, I want you to make a long, continuous s sound, like a snake. Go ahead, do it. S. Pay close attention. Do you feel any vibration under your fingers? You should feel very little to no vibration. That is a voiceless sound. It's just air passing through your mouth. Now, let's try the opposite. Keep your fingers on your throat and make a long zzz sound, like a buzzing bee. Zzz. Feel that? You should feel a clear vibration or buzzing under your fingertips. That is a voice sound. Your vocal cords are activated and vibrating. This is the fundamental difference. Every consonant sound in English is either voiced or voiceless. And this single piece of knowledge is the magic key that determines the pronunciation of the ed ending. Let's now apply this key to our rule. Now that we can feel the difference between voiced and voiceless sounds, we can state the rule. And it's beautifully straightforward. It has just two main parts, with one very important special exception. Are you ready? Here is the fundamental rule for pronouncing the ed ending. Rule Part 1. If the base verb ends in a voiceless sound, then the ed ending will also be voiceless, and we pronounce it as t. Let me repeat that because it's crucial. If the last sound of the simple verb is voiceless, like the k in a walk, then the ed is pronounced as a voiceless t. So, walker becomes walked, pronounced walked. Your vocal cords are off for the last sound of the verb, and they stay off for the past tense ending. It's a seamless transition of voicelessness. Now, let's look at Rule Part 2. If the base verb ends in a voice sound, then the ed ending will also be voiced, and we pronounce it as t. So, for a verb like love, which ends with the voiced v sound, the past tense becomes loved, pronounced loved. Your vocal cords are vibrating for the v, and they continue to vibrate for the t sound. It's a smooth, connected, unvoiced transition. But what about that third sound, the id, we heard in a wanted? This is our special exception, and it exists for a very practical reason: ease of speech. The special exception, if the base verb already ends with the sound of t or t, then adding another t or t right after it is very difficult for the mouth to say. Try to say "dwanti" quickly. It's awkward. So, to solve this, the English language inserts a small vowel sound, the e sound, to act as a bridge between the two similar consonants. This is why want becomes wanted, wanted, and need becomes needed, needed. This rule is not random. It's a natural feature of human speech to make pronunciation flow more easily. So, to summarize our complete rule, voiceless final sound gives us t. Voiced final sound gives us t. And a final t or t sound gives us the extra syllable id. Now, let's make this even more concrete. I have a small table here to illustrate the most common sounds that fall into each category. For the voiceless sounds, which give us the t pronunciation, some key ones to remember are bop, as in stop, kek, as in talk, f, as in laugh, s, as in miss, the s sound, as in wash, and the cow sound, as in watch. For the voice sounds, which give us the t pronunciation, we have most vowels and sounds like b, in, rob, k, in, beg, v, in, live, z, in, close, in, name, and n, in, learn. And finally, the special case is only for verbs ending in the t sound, like want, or the t sound, like need. Don't worry about memorizing every single sound right now. The most important thing is to understand the logic. Let's now move from theory to practice, and I will guide you through pronouncing each type with plenty of examples and time for you to repeat. Wonderful! Now, let's put this rule into practice with your voice. This is the most important part of the lesson, where you train your mouth and your ears. We will go group by group, starting with the verbs that end with the voiceless t sound. Remember, these are verbs whose last sound is voiceless, like k, s, or care. I will say the base form of the verb, then I will say the past tense form slowly and clearly. After I say the past tense, I will leave a space for you to repeat it out loud. Don't just think it, please say it. This active practice, this shadowing, is how you build muscle memory. Let's begin. Our first verb is to walk. The last sound is k, which is voiceless. So, the past tense is walked, pronounced walked. Repeat after me, walked. Excellent. Next is stop. The last sound is voiceless. The past tense is stopped, pronounced. Stopped. Repeat after me, stopped. Good job. Now, let's try laugh. The last sound is f, voiceless. The past tense is laughed, pronounced. Laughed. It's a soft t sound. Repeat after me, laughed. Perfect. Now a very common one, watch. The last sound is cow, which is voiceless. The past tense is watched, pronounced. Watched. Repeat after me, watched. And one more, kiss. The last sound is s, voiceless. The past tense is kissed, pronounced. Kissed. Repeat after me, kissed. You are doing great. Can you feel how the t sound is sharp and clean? There's no vibration. It's like a little stop of air. Let's do a quick review of those 5. I'll say them again, and you repeat them one more time to build confidence. Walked. Stopped. Laughed. Watched. Kissed. Fantastic! You are now correctly pronouncing a whole group of verbs. That is real progress. Now, let's move on to the second group, where the sound is a voiced. This will feel different in your throat. Excellent! Now we move to the second group, where the past tense ending is a voiced. Remember, this happens when the base verb ends in any voice sound. This will include most vowel sounds and consonants like b, k, v, z, n, and many others. The key here is that feeling of vibration in your throat continues smoothly from the verb into the ending. It's a soft, connected sound. Let's practice together. I'll say the base verb, then the past tense, and you will repeat. First, we have play. The last sound is a vowel sound, which is always voiced. So, the past tense is played, pronounced played. Can you feel how it flows? Repeat after me, played. Very good. Next is close. The last sound is s, which is voiced. The past tense is closed, pronounced closed. It's a smooth, buzzing ending. Repeat after me, closed. Now, let's try love. The last sound is v, voiced. The past tense is loved, pronounced loved. Repeat after me, loved. Another common one is rain. It ends with the voiced n sound. The past tense is rained, pronounced rained. Repeat after me, rained. And one more, hug. The last sound is k, voiced. The past tense is hugged, pronounced hugged. Repeat after me, hugged. You are doing amazingly well. Let's do a quick review of these 5 voiced examples. I'll say them, and you repeat, focusing on that continuous vibration. Played. Closed. Loved. Rained. Hugged. Perfect. Can you hear and feel the difference now? The t sound was sharp and cut the word off, while the t sound is softer and continues the word. This distinction is what makes your speech sound much more natural. Now, we are ready for the final group, the special case where we add the extra syllable, id. This is the easiest one to remember because it has a very clear trigger. Now for our special group, the id sound. This is the easiest one to identify because the rule is so specific. We only use this pronunciation when the base verb already ends in t or t sound. It's like the language is helping us out, adding a little bridge so we can comfortably move from one similar sound to the next. Without this bridge, it would be very difficult to pronounce. Think of the verb want. If we tried to say to want tea, it would be awkward and mumbled. But by adding the e sound, it becomes clear and elegant wanted. The same for sneed. Need d is difficult, but needed flows perfectly. Let's practice this together. I want you to really lean into the two syllables. Make it clear. Our first verb is want. It ends with t, so the past tense is wanted, pronounced wanted. Repeat after me, wanted. Excellent. That was clear. Next is need. It ends with t, so the past tense is needed, pronounced needed. Repeat after me, needed. Now, let's try visit. It ends with t, so the past tense is visited, pronounced visited. Repeat after me, visited. Another common one is decide. It ends with t, so the past tense is decided, pronounced deceded. Repeat after me, decided. And one last one, start. It ends with t, so the past tense is started, pronounced started. Repeat after me, started. Wonderful! You are now correctly pronouncing the most distinct of the three groups. Let's do a quick review of these 5. I'll say them, and you repeat, making sure to clearly pronounce both syllables. Wanted. Needed. Visited. Decided. Started. Perfect. You have now learned and practiced all 3 pronunciations. You have the rule, and you have the practical experience. Now, it's time for the most exciting part, testing your new knowledge. I'm going to give you a small challenge to see if you can apply the rule on your own. Now for the moment of truth. This is where you become the master of the rule. I'm going to give you 3 verbs. Your task is to say the past tense form out loud, using the correct pronunciation. I won't give you the answer right away, I'll leave a space for you to think and speak. This is your chance to prove to yourself how much you've learned. Are you ready? Let's begin the challenge. Here is your first verb, work. How do you pronounce the past tense? Is it woked, woked, or woked? Think about the last sound of work. It's k, which is voiceless. So, what does the rule tell us? Voiceless sound means ut. That's right. The correct pronunciation is worked. Woked. Say it now, worked. Excellent! You're applying the rule perfectly. Okay, ready for the second verb? This one is try. How do you pronounce tried? Think carefully. The base verb try ends with a vowel sound, which is always voiced. So, a voiced ending means we use the voiced sound. It's tried. It's a smooth, one-syllable word. Go ahead, say it, tried. You are on a roll. I'm so impressed. Let's do one final, slightly trickier one. Here is the third verb, add. How do you pronounce added? Now, listen to the base verb, add. It ends with a d sound. And what is our special rule for verbs ending in t or d? That's right, we add the extra syllable, id. So, it becomes a added, added. It has two clear syllables. Please repeat it, added. Absolutely fantastic! You did it! You successfully applied the rule to 3 different verbs, each belonging to a different group. This proves that you didn't just memorize sounds, you truly understood the logic. Let's do a quick, final recap of the entire rule. For voiceless endings like p, k, f, s, sh, ch, we use t sound. For voiced endings, which are most other sounds, including vowels, we use t sound. And for the special case where the verb already ends in t or d, we add the extra syllable, id. It's that simple, and now, you own this knowledge. You can carry it with you forever. And there you have it. What started as a common point of confusion is now a clear and simple rule that you hold in your hands. You came into this video wondering how to pronounce those tricky endings, and now you leave with the key to doing it correctly every single time. This is a huge step forward in your English journey. Speaking clearly and confidently isn't about having a perfect accent, it's about mastering the fundamental rules that make you easily understood. And you have just mastered one of the most important ones. I am genuinely proud of the effort you put in today. You listened, you practiced, you repeated, and you passed the test. That is how real progress is made. Now, to make sure this lesson sticks with you and to help me continue making content that helps you, I have a very important request. If this video was helpful, if you feel more confident about pronunciations than you did 20 minutes ago, please show your support by giving this video a thumbs up. That like button is the best way to tell YouTube that this content is valuable. Secondly, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, the Easy English Podcast. By subscribing, you are not just joining a list, you are joining a community of dedicated learners. You are telling me that you want us to continue this journey together, and I promise to be here to guide you every step of the way. And most importantly, I want to hear from you in the comments. This is your final practice. Please write a comment below using a verb in the past tense. For example, you could write, I learned a lot today, or I really enjoyed this lesson, or I finally understood the rule. Try to use a verb from today's lesson. I read every single comment, and it is the best way for me to know that this is helping you. Thank you so much for your time and for your commitment to learning English. You are an amazing student. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and I truly look forward to seeing you in our next video, where we will tackle another English challenge together. Feel free to watch this video as many times as you need, without pressure, consistently until you understand it. Until then, this is Daniel, from the Easy English Podcast, wishing you a wonderful day. Bye for now.